What's up, guys? Welcome to Blue Presents a podcast where I discuss all things music. I'm your host, Blue Rivera, and today on my show, my guest is friend of the show, Brandon Cooper, and we're catching up with Brandon and talking all things Worm Shepherd. We're also talking about them going on their first tour, as well as them preparing for their second album, Ritual Hymns, out on January 14th on Unique Leader. If you'd like to be a guest on my show or have a show idea, please reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, Podcast of Blue, Facebook, Blue Presents a Podcast. But before we get started, listen to my man AJ Pelletier on the reasons why you should be listening to the Roads We Travel podcast.
My name is AJ Pelletier, and I'm here to talk to you about my podcast, The Roads We've Traveled. It's a bi-weekly podcast where every episode I interview guests about their lives, their upbringings.
My father was, your stereotypical Irish drunk.
Their mental health.
Like serious depression, very bad anxiety. I can look, as a kid, I can see where it showed up.
And whatever else they have going on in their lives. It's a heartfelt show where we share intimate details about our lives, our joys, our struggles, and our passions. And we like to have some laughs along the way, too.
Are you wearing a scarf?
Oh my God!
I love it. I love it. You have no idea how funny that is, AJ.
We all have our own struggles and battles we deal with. My show is to help you out and show you that you are never alone. So why don't you take this journey with us? Subscribe to us and tell a friend. We are available on all major podcast networks, and we're also available on YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Let's hit the road together.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Blue Presents a podcast where I discuss all things music. And once again, I am joined by the big homie, big sexy Brandon Cooper of Worm Shepherd. What's going on, Brandon?
What's up?
Not much, man. Just a whole whirlwind of crazy emotions the last few days. But other than that, man, we're doing good over here, man. But how's everything going in your neck of the woods?
It's getting cold, which I hate.
Yep.
Been working a lot. Trying to prepare for January, which hasn't been announced yet.
Mm-hmm.
And just doing the everyday thing.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. As well as getting ready to put out another sick fucking record. So I mean, let's get into it, man. First off, we'll just talk about, what are you listening to these days, man? What's got Brandon amped when it comes to music these days, man?
So it's going to be a little surprising. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but Giveon.
Yep, Giveon.
It's like a
R&B.
Been listening to a lot of him. Khalid.
Mm-hmm.
Been listening to the new Sentinels album, which is amazing. Those dudes are insane. Dead Vector stuff.
Okay.
The new Bad Wolves. Love the new Bad Wolves.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I've been going between like all those for past week.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I definitely I listened to the Bad Wolves album just like a little bit while me and Tasha were cleaning up our room. Just kind of listening to it, just wanted to see what it sounded like, and it's actually pretty good. Even she said she thought it was pretty good album. So the other thing I've been listening to, I've been wearing it the fuck out. So obviously we just got done with Halloween, but Ice Nine Kill's new album, The Silver Scream 2 Welcome to Horrorwood, is been like in constant rotation, because a lot of their music is based on horror movies and stuff like that. So
yeah, Ryan was just showing me their new record, a little bit of it, and I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, man, it what I find is some people are here for it. If you're like me, who's into like horror and it's a metalcore album, you're so behind it. And then when like the little things that they did, they have a song for Resident Evil, which you already know, like I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. So The song Rainy Days just is absolutely amazing. And the music video for it is better than anything they've put out for a while. So, and we're getting ready for a new Resident Evil movie, which actually comes out this month. So I was pretty stoked about it. Yeah. New one.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's a pretty good album. And then some interesting features, everything from Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse to Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach. So check it out.
Damn.
It's pretty good. Yeah, some solid features there. But yeah, man, that's kind of what I've been listening to, man. I just and you know, I alternate between what I usually listen to. There was a band recently. Oh, actually, you know what else I've been listening to? The new Attack Attack EP. It's actually, I was a little nervous. It's actually not too bad. It reminds me of old school Attack Attack with some new school stuff that they're trying to do. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting take on that band because I haven't heard that band in a while. But the other day I was like, let me check this out because I totally forgot it dropped, and I was like, let me check that out.
To be totally honest, I've never listened to one song by them.
Oh man, it's so a lot of people have a lot of love-hate relationship for them, man, because it's the whole like a lot of people don't want to give them the credit for birthing the whole like electronic metalcore sound, even though really it should be given to like Enter Shikari, who's probably more modernized it and stuff like that. They kind of like started it way before it was a thing, but Attack Attack kind of perfected it, if you will, with like the first album has like auto-tuned vocals, which was a big no-no. They kind of like T-pained, so okay, that was a big thing. But as albums got on, they were okay, they weren't bad. So but this new EP is actually pretty interesting. It's musically diverse and a whole lot going on there, so just checking that stuff out. And yeah, it's pretty much it, man. But anywho, man, let's talk about you, man. Let's talk about some experiences you just recently had, man. You guys finished up a tour with Signs of the Swarm not too long ago, man. And I was actually able to attend your Brooklyn show, man. And it was absolutely amazing. You guys kicked ass, Signs kicked ass. And pretty much every band that was on the bill was like just really bringing it that night. So let's talk about some experiences from the road, man. How was it your first time actually being out there doing it?
It was actually very difficult. I live a very routine style life, and when that routine is broken, things get very hectic, and it kind of weighs a lot on my brain. I absolutely love it. I'm basically with my family in a van, just living in a van with these guys, and we've had our good days and bad days, but it's definitely a learning experience. Everyone, a lot of people think touring is easy, and it's really not. I've always had I don't even want to say a fear, but like I've always hated using public bathrooms, and I had to learn real quick to just like suck it up and do it.
No, I bet.
Not sleeping in your own bed, and like, so we have Planet Fitness memberships. So like we go to Planet Fitness every day and, take showers and stuff like that. We're not eating like good food, but overall it was great. I can't wait to go back out again. And, we're going to try and be on the road next year for like at least 6 months.
Whoo, yeah, man. That definitely be awesome, man. And I can completely understand being out on the road, us, you still being a truck driver and me being a former truck driver. We definitely know that life, is a little bit different when you're traveling with people doing exactly what you want to do, as opposed to like over the road truck driving, where it's like you kind of control what you do and stuff like that. Things are different when you have different personalities and stuff like that. So I can imagine that part of it being kind of difficult, so. And then the public bathroom things, man, I've never had a fear of public bathrooms. I know a few friends of mine that do. And I know, I know a guy who, buddy of mine works for FedEx. He will drive all the way the fuck home if he has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
I'm the same way. But like, I don't know, like there was a few close calls where I was like about to lose it, but no, everything worked out good and I'm a little more comfortable now.
Yeah, man, you got to, because it's just like either shit here or wait till you get to the venue, and who knows what the venue bathroom looks like. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to venues,
dude.
but
Our second or third show in Detroit,
Mhm.
like I was like playing peekaboo back there, and we got to the venue and they finally opened it. Like we were sitting in the street for like an hour. Finally opened it. I didn't give a shit what the bathroom looked like. I literally just went in, locked the door, and it was all over.
Batten down the hatches. It is going down.
Yes.
Oh man, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, it's like you said, it's difficult when you're like so used to routine and you have to get out from underneath that, and kind of realize it is what it is, man. It's either now or how many miles down the road until the next, possibility of being able to do that. So,
right.
Here we are talking about bathroom stuff on a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, you talking about being in Detroit, what were some of your favorite places to play, man? Where were you feeling the vibe? Definitely felt like, from videos, Texas kind of seemed like a hot spot for you guys.
Yeah. Texas was amazing. I mean, Austin, Texas was the best show of the whole tour. Everything from crowd engagement to the lighting to the sound. We actually hired Signs of the Swarm sound guy that night, and his name's Cam, and he killed it. And we used him a few times on the tour. Houston was a very violent show. Kind of came out of my comfort zone a little bit, and in one of our songs, Chasm Dweller, I right before the breakdown hit, I screamed "move," and like everyone just started going ballistic. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was like Corpus Christi. It was kind of a shady area, which it's bound to happen at some point.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to play there again. There's a few places I wouldn't want to play again. Corpus Christi is definitely one of them. But seeing like Oklahoma and Missouri and stuff like that, I've never been out, that far in the United States. And it's cool to see like Iowa and like all the Midwest stuff. It's like literally nothing but cornfields and stuff on both sides.
No cell phone reception for miles.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, it's funny because like our first show was in Ohio at the Foundry, and that got videoed as well. And you could see like we're all nervous and stuff. And literally by like the time we got to like Texas, like all that nerve and stuff went away. But it was great. I had a blast. We all had a blast. And we just can't wait to get out and do it again.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I made my way to the Brooklyn show, man. And the Brooklyn show, man, you guys definitely seemed like you guys were in your element, over here looking like seasoned vets, so it was worth the traffic and the drive, because hell, it was a fist fight to get into New York for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. I was on the exit to like right to the venue for at least 25 minutes just trying to get off the goddamn exit.
Oh my God. Yeah, it literally took me about 20 to 25 minutes to find parking. Because we're in a big van and a trailer, so it's kind of tough. But I think you told me your dad lives in New York, and he said like that was pretty good timing, because like you could be stuck for an hour trying to find parking.
Yeah, no, my dad definitely did say that. He was just like, there's times where I've driven for an hour or two to find a parking spot. I'm like, good God, like why do you want to live there? But I mean, hey, it's the premier city, everybody wants to be in a place like New York. So that being said, man, any crazy on the road stories, man, that you can actually tell without, getting in trouble or getting someone in trouble, man? Anything wild or an experience you're just like, I can't believe that just fucking happened type deal?
Not that I could think of offhand. I don't think so. Maybe not this tour. Okay. If I think of something though, I'll come back to it. But I don't think anything like crazy or wild happened. I know. Oh, well, I guess one thing when we played in Corpus Christi, Ricky Hoover got punched in the face
Whoa,
by
what the
some
fuck?
weird fan.
Who
And,
challenged that guy to a fight? What the fuck?
I remember he was wearing a blue jersey, the guy who hit him, and I was just like, wait, what is going on? And then the rest of the dudes in Of Sulfur were like getting pissed and, you know, just like trying to find this dude and going back and forth. I mean, I was ready to throw down. I didn't give a shit.
I was about to say, and Ricky didn't just rip his life from his body. Like, that is a massive man.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing else happened though, but that was kind of wild. And like when we got to that place, it's funny, the place in Corpus Christi that I don't want to play again. That's where it happened. And it's funny because when we first got there, the whole power shut off in the whole venue. Yeah.
Some shoddy equipment.
Yeah.
Something. No, that's crazy. That right there is definitely crazy. I've definitely been in shows where you're playing in the middle of a set or a fight breaks out or somebody, you know, hits somebody and we're just like, what the fuck is going on? You know, actually there's a YouTube video from many years ago that I was in, and people kind of made fun of me for this video because I was kind of like pissed off because at the time it was like a few shows that I had played and just major fights broke out, and it was a friend of mine's named John. And I don't know exactly what happened. It was a small show. It was maybe 20-25 people there, man. And somebody just punched John, I guess, for moshing or whatever. And it kind of led to this big fight to the point where like pipes came out and crowbars came out. I'm like, where the fuck did this shit come from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a knife came out. I'm like, good God.
That's wild.
Yeah, no, for sure. So people were like making fun of me because I'm like screaming, you know, I'm sick of fucking going to shows where people break out in fights and stuff like that. And I don't know, it led to some, you know, some crazy shit, but I don't really care, man. I love having, you know, fun at shows. I also understand that, you know, sometimes, you know, depending on the show, you got to be prepared for, you know, some fist flying, some feet flying, you know, a whole bunch of other shit flying. But also at the same time, I think we can all do it in a respectful manner that doesn't,
for sure,
you know, that isn't too crazy, you know. But, you know, somebody clearly was looking for Rick to punch him in the face, because that's, I don't know how you fuck that one up. It's not like, I don't know, you know, what kind of stage setup it was, but, you know, to get in someone's face and punch them, yeah, that's a pretty shitty thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was that whole day was like a mess. Like it was like 130 degrees out. Like everyone's tired, like
sweating,
driving. Yeah, sweating. Our air conditioning does not work in the back of our van.
Oh shit.
So we got to get that fixed. But we're all sitting there like half naked, just like napping uncontrollably and like sweating, like taking turns being a co-pilot, trying to get the AC on us and stuff. But like that whole day was just a mess. And then we were just like, thank God we can get out of here now. And then we had a 15.5-hour drive to Atlanta.
Woo. Yeah, that's a hell of a drive.
Yeah. Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, man.
All right. I went to Signs of the Swarm, Sentinels, Shadow of Intent, and Born of Osiris last night in Hartford.
Okay. Yeah.
And guess who I saw there?
Who?
Josh.
Oh
yeah.
I love Josh. Yeah, I saw some pictures there. I was like, I wonder if he ran into Brandon there. Yeah. For people who don't know, Josh Styles, who was the bass player in the band I was in with with me in two bands, Misery Chord and Devil Inside, as well as he was the one who officiated me and my wife's wedding. So much love to Josh Styles. We love you, bud. For sure. So in that being said, all right, because you know, me and you, we're big guys, man. We like to eat. So let's talk about some food, man. What were some of the places you guys enjoyed? I know there was a particular gas chain that you guys like super enjoyed. Let's talk a little bit about that, man.
So believe it or not, we didn't have like way too much time to really go out and eat places. But the places we did go were amazing. We had, I think it's Whataburger. You ever heard of Whataburger?
Yeah.
It's in Texas.
It's a little bit of a salty burger for my taste, but yeah, I've heard of Whataburger.
It reminded me of like Dutch's up here, like a Dutch's burger.
Yeah, I've never. I think you've said that to me before, and I have no clue. I've never had Dutch's before, but interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Bucky's.
Okay.
I can see the hype. Bucky's is pretty amazing.
If I'm not mistaken,
you walk in-
a drummer decided to buy a whole Bucky's pajama outfits.
Yes. So Leo ended up buying the Bucky's costume. And Bob, the drummer for Signs of the Swarm, he actually bought one too.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That was funny. But like, I I usually do the night shift, so I'll drive a few hours or so like at night after the show. And then I usually let someone else take over, and then we pull up and we're at Bucky's. So I go inside. They have this huge island table. It's filled with like all these breakfast tacos, like brisket tacos and like all this like barbecue stuff. And it was like, oh my God, I literally am in heaven. Like when I die, I hope I go to Bucky's. Literally.
It's like when I'm dead,
it's like
spread my ashes in front of a Bucky's.
Literally. Like they have everything. It's like a Walmart. They sell everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Bucky's, I guess, started infiltrating Florida after I left sometime. So I haven't yet to actually have Bucky's or anything like that. But I've seen a couple of YouTubers who actually make videos about like eating Bucky's for an entire day. And they said everything about it was like absolutely like amazing. Like you said, the hype was like so real for them because, everybody has like an opinion of something. And then it's just like, well, it's not going to be that good. Like I remember I went to see Kevin Hart. And my whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, God damn, he's not going to be as funny as you think he's going to be. But then you get there and he is absolutely every bit of funny that you think he is. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I imagine it's the same feeling. You've heard a lot about Bucky's and other gas stations and stuff like that. I'm just waiting for you guys to tell me when you guys go visit a Wawa. Cause I've been to a couple Wawas before. They're like, I don't know if they've gotten into the Jacksonville area, but one I went to was in Orlando, and I could definitely see why people like Wawas. It's like a sandwich shop meets like a bunch of different stuff, but Bucky's sounds like an all-in-one, just pretty much one-stop shop type place.
Yeah, it was cool. Another really cool place. We actually there's two places in Iowa we ate at. One was called Doco, which was literally 5 steps away from the venue. Their pizza slices are ginormous. Leo actually ate like 7 of them.
God,
no
dang.
lie. Yeah, that kid ate pizza every day on tour.
Yeah, he's from New York.
Tour,
so.
He got sick. Yeah,
he's from New York, so pizza's a big thing over there. I had pizza when I went to New York to see you guys, so I understand.
Yeah. So that place was really good. They had really good homemade ice cream sandwiches. And like all different kinds. So I had a couple of those. The other place in Iowa, after we left the venue, was a place called Zombie Burger. And it's wild. It's like a whole horror themed restaurant.
Nothing wrong with that. We love that. Love horror.
Yeah. And everything on their like menu is all like based after movies and stuff. So I ended up getting this thing called the Walking Ched. It's like this big ass bacon cheeseburger, and instead of a bun, it's fried mac and cheese. Yeah.
So you're just getting just straight mac and cheese and meat. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Zombie Burger plus Drink Lab. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah. Oh man, some of the drinks look pretty good. They've got like cereal drinks and stuff like that. Sorry, when you're a fat guy like me and you hear something that sounds good, man. Oh man. I'm assuming you guys went to the one in Des Moines.
Yes.
Yeah. That looks
Is
good.
there more than one?
Yeah, there's another one, but looks like Jordan Creek Mall. So I'm assuming somewhere else in Iowa. Yeah, it's also in Des Moines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that place was amazing. And it's funny, like never being out in the Midwest, like Des Moines is a beautiful city.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That was one of my
I see
other
that.
favorite places.
I see the Walking Ched, Dawn of the Dead, the T virus, which is a reference to Resident Evil, Swiss cheese, portobello mushrooms, lettuce, tomato, red onion mayo. Bro, the undead Elvis. That sounds good as fuck.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool, man. I think that's kind of one of the experiences about being out on the road, man, is you do get to experience, cool things there. Now, mind you, I mean, the other aspect, you got to talk about is, some of the stress that you're dealing with, because one, you're trying to make sure you're on time to where you need to be. And two, you need to know where you're going exactly. And a lot of these places you guys are seeing for the first time. So I'm sure like trying to get out there. Did you guys have any close calls? Any times you guys had to be like, all right, we got to call the venue and let them know we're running behind or anything like that?
Yes. There was one, it was Maryland when we played in Maryland. Something happened with Leo's shoes and he needed to get a new pair.
Okay.
And we thought the mall that we were going to was like 10 minutes away from the venue, but it ended up being an hour away from the venue.
Woo!
So when we got there to the venue, everything was fine. Dave was really good to us. Dave was the tour manager for the tour.
Okay.
So yeah, like everything worked out fine. So it wasn't really like a big deal. But that was like really the only thing. We were pretty much like early. Like they kept saying like, damn, you guys got to stop beating us here. So
nothing. Well, it's nothing wrong with that, being on time and stuff like that. But of course, when it comes to stuff like that, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And you always want to be on time because you want to make a good impression. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure one time wasn't going to end the world, but
no,
it is what it is. So, that's, kind of cool to talk about an experience. And from my personal aspect, being a friend of yours and actually seeing you guys and heading to New York, man, it makes me happy for you guys, man. And like I said, man, it was just a matter of time before what I already knew the world was going to know. Oh, no, sorry. But yeah, man, you guys put on a really kick-ass show and stuff like that. So in talking with, playing more shows, the new year is almost upon us. We're a month and some change, a few weeks away from the new year. And with that being said, we've got a new Worm Shepherd album coming out soon. Ritual Hymns, man. January 6th.
Nope.
Let's talk
January 14th.
Oh, January 14th. I'm totally bad. I don't know where I got the 6th from. I think the pre-order ship out the 7th. I think that's where I got it. I don't know. I apologize. January 14th. Ritual Hymns. Let's pretend like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your
Deathcore Day.
Exact National Death. Really? Is that? Or is that just like,
well, every amazing band is releasing an album on January 14th. Fit for an Autopsy, Shadow of Intent, like a ton of bands.
Damn. Oh man. So yeah, that's
we get like kicked to the side.
Oh no, for sure. There's gonna be people who are gonna be bumping your record. I'm sure there's people who are just, that's like Christmas for them, deathcore Christmas. You know what I'm saying? They're just gonna load up on albums and not stop till they get enough. But January 14th, Ritual Hymns, man, talk about your excitement of releasing a second record so soon, and then working with a new producer, and really just, what can we expect from this new record?
So the excitement is there, and like as we get closer, it's like, oh my god, it's like here, because like we had like this whole album written like right after our first album, and like to see these songs come to life now is really something. And this album is like some of the heaviest stuff, like the stuff we're releasing through like the label, like with the singles and stuff. I mean, yes, I really believe they're great songs, but I mean, when people finally get to listen to the whole record, there is so much hell and chaos in it. It's like, it's mind blowing. It's and we got a really big surprise on there. I think you know about it, but
yes,
I cannot say it.
Yes, we will keep that under wraps, and just January 14th, let's prepare our ears, our souls, our minds, our bodies. Because this,
I can say this.
Yeah,
I can say this. We may be doing a video for it. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. This I definitely think this is one of those times where a video would definitely add more to this for sure. So
yeah,
definitely excited about it. Also, working with a new producer, man. Talk about your experiences working with the drummer from The Browning.
Yes, Mr. Cody Stewart. He's awesome, man. We didn't really talk much before we all went out to Tennessee to his place. But when we did go, like, you know, he welcomed us with open arms. You know, that brings me to another funny story. So we weren't going to stay with him at first. So we ended up getting a hotel outside of Nashville. And we got there, like the bed was broken. There was blood on the pillow.
What the
fuck? Dude, it was so bad. It was
a whole
so
murder
bad.
scene.
And it was a really sketchy, literally. And it was like such a sketchy part of town. And we were just like, Cody, can we come stay with you? And we were able to get a refund at the hotel, and we ended up staying there. No, he's great. You know, he really like listened to our ideas and like what we were looking for in these songs. And you know, he even like put some of his own touches on there as far as some post-production. Songs really came out great. And you know, even just like getting to know him as a person, he's like very humble. Like, you know, we would all go out to dinner and like it's just like chilling with the boys, you know what I mean? Like he's just another one of the guys.
No, for sure.
And you know, he's great. He's great. Him and his girl Kaylee, she's in a band called Rivals.
Okay.
And she's great too. Very nice people. I miss their dog Roshi. One of the best dogs in the whole world. And there's some really good food out in Nashville area.
Oh yeah. I've been out there a few times, and yeah, they have no shortage of good barbecue and good other things as well too. So in talking with that, man, you guys dropped the music video for Ritual Hymns, and just talk about that, man, because you guys did it in a place that I've been to 100 times, and you know, once again, the magic of Ian Urquhart just doing what he does best in his productions and stuff like that. And you guys changed this studio that we've practiced at before, A6, into just an amazing different looking set for your music video for Ritual Hymns. Talk about the experience of that day and kind of putting the video together.
Yeah, so that whole weekend was actually a mess, which I'll get more into. But Ian is the greatest dude ever. You know, he puts up with a lot of our shit when he doesn't have to. And you know, I know I am forever grateful for him for the amount of work and passion he puts into his craft. But yeah, so A6 Studios in Waterbury, we ended up turning, like, we just bought all these black curtains and like just blacked out the whole thing, set up the stage, and like, you know, but it was just a long day. We were in the process of buying a van, and you know, people in my group were just kind of starting to get cranky. And it turned out to be a very long and drawn out day. But
for sure,
everything's good now, and the result, you know, it shows. You know, not a lot of people will know about this situation, but you know, in that video we were all pretty like just having a bad day and very pissed off, and I think it shows in the video, which is kind of a good thing, because like, you know, we're putting the pain into it, you know what I mean? It's like yeah, that's the best way I could describe it.
No, you're perfectly fine, man. It happens sometimes, you know, even on a day where, you know, it's supposed to be a good day because you guys are shooting a music video, you know, you guys are getting ready to do this and do that. And then, you know, one shoe falls and then another part falls and this and that and so on and so forth. And people with different personalities and stuff like that, man, it happens. But I mean, if anything, it's a great music video. It looks awesome. It absolutely came out great. And once again, shout out to Ian Urquhart, who's been a guest on my show before, man. Just doing what he does best, man. Kid is on a roll. I know he's out there with I think with Volumes and Varials and shit like that on tour. So he's and Kingsman. Yes, Kingsman. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to Ian, man, for doing what he does best. And yeah, man, it, like I said, it definitely shows in the final product of that music video, you know, and taking that, man. And sometimes you got to take the bad and try to do something with it and put out something good. And it's a good music video. Like I said, man, I was definitely impressed, essentially because I've been to the venue before. So the fact that you guys just completely changed it, and then Ian, you know, does what he does and just makes it a whole fucking just a classic video for people to really just enjoy, man, for real.
Yeah. yeah, he did great.
So, obviously, we can't talk too much more about, future plans, because I know you guys got some things in the work, and we're not gonna rub those things anyway. And I know you guys have some plans for next year, man. But what's something, and let's go a little nutty here. What's something that maybe possibly outside of the realms of possibility? So basically, we're talking about something that could possibly never almost happen, even though we live in a world where a lot of things can happen. What's something you are like would love to do, either tour wise or show wise or music video wise, that you would just be out of the realms of possibility? What's something you'd like to do when it comes to Worm Shepherd, or something you'd like an opportunity for you guys to do?
A full US and EU tour with Behemoth.
Oh shit. Damn, that's crazy. That would be pretty fucking epic. I would say that's a hell of a tour. I got to think, like 80 days, and then just Behemoth, man. Those guys, whew, that's a hell of a show.
There's other bands that I would like to do it with.
Yeah.
I think some of those other bands are like more of a reality, but like Behemoth is like the big one.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. In a couple of years, we're talking about this, and it's like, hey, we're playing with Behemoth,
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Oh man, that would be sick, man. I personally, for me, I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility, but I would definitely love to see you guys on some festivals. I definitely would love to see you guys in some European festivals, Wiccan or Whacken or whatever they call it, and then ImperiaCon, which is another big one. But it seems to be like a lot of metalcore bands kind of play that kind of.
Well, that's actually going to be very realistic. The festival thing. I'm not saying anything more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, the festival thing. Yeah, because I think with you guys, you guys would definitely appeal to the festival type, the people who are really like who aren't necessarily on the radar because they may not know about that stuff. Because I think, especially with festivals are like a one-time deal. So some people don't go to shows all year, and that one show that they go to is a festival. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many bands. And then all of a sudden they catch that one band. I was like, oh, I've never heard of these guys before. And then you're gaining another listener because they're just like, I didn't even know this band existed, So I definitely see the positives in you guys doing festivals and stuff like that. So, but man, I just want to say thank you for your time today, man. I appreciate you coming on and talking about some of your guys' experiences, man. And I'm proud of you guys, I'll always say it. No, for sure, man. I'm proud of you guys. There's nothing really more to talk about, man. If you guys want to get in contact with Brandon for producing stuff, man, he's got his Black Widow Productions, man. He does metal, he does hip hop, man. Anything you need him to do, he'll probably do pop songs too, right, Brandon?
Anything, country, anything.
Yeah, exactly. And you want somebody who will produce really, really good stuff for you, or write some really, really good music for you. Hit up Brandon. Brandon, what are your socials, man, so people can get in contact with you?
My Instagram is Brandon_Worm Shepherd. I'm on Facebook as well. My Black Widow Productions is on Instagram. I don't do anything with Twitter. But I'm not on Facebook too much. But yeah, Instagram, just like hit me up or hit up my other page and we'll start a project.
Hell yeah, man. And thank you again, Brandon, for coming on, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. Love you.
Love you too, man.